Hi there guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiaan Conradi, I'm the Flying Dutchman. And for those of you that know me, I'm a self-confessed road runner. I'm a roadie. I don't really enjoy going out on the trails too much. So I'm not very big on trail running, but I don't really want to chat to you guys about trail running. I want to chat about trail running shoes. I've spent about 17 years around running retail and selling trail running shoes to you guys out there. I know the characteristics of the shoe and how they're designed and what they're designed to do. And hopefully I can provide you with some tips as to finding the trail shoe that you would be able to use, that would work best for you and that would suit the kind of trail running that you're going to be doing. Now, all trail shoes aren't created equal. So, trail shoes are designed for specific uses and specific conditions. Like, for instance, you get a trail shoe that's designed with longer lugs that provides a lot more grip, that's more for damp and wet conditions, like in snow or rain, or like a lot of conditions we see in Europe with Ultra Trail Mont Blanc, those kind of conditions. And then you get trail shoes like this one, that's not too aggressive on the bottom, but it's going to provide you a lot of grip on rocky, dry surfaces like Drakensberg, or if you're doing the Otter Trail Run, where you don't want a shoe that's too grippy because the terrain will just shred the shoe, and also you don't want to get bogged down on the rocks and in the terrain. So it really is something that you need to know what kind of trail running you're going to be doing when you buy a trail running shoe, and you might find you need more than one type of trail running shoe. If you're going to do Ultra Trail Mont Blanc, you're going to do the Ultra Trail Run. It would require from you to have to own two different pairs of trail running shoes, because each race requires something different. Of course, then it's also completely different if you're just going to be running on the beach every day, or if trail running is just making up a part of your daily your weekly running mileage, or your running training that you're doing. Then you can go with a little bit more of an entry level shoe, and you don't need something that's providing you with all the technical aspects for serious trail running. This brings me to my first tip, and that is to know what type of trail running you're going to be doing when you buy shoes. Right, so like I said before, the shoes are designed for different purposes and different conditions. So you've got to know what you want to do in terms of trail running when you buy shoes, so that you don't buy a grippy shoe for wet conditions, but you're never really going to be in those conditions. Here in South Africa, our conditions are very different to that it is in Europe, and the chances of you needing something with 8 millimeter lugs it doesn't happen very often. You would probably more likely go with something that's a little bit more traditional, a little bit more conservative, and that provide you with enough grip when you go on the trails, but that's not going to be too grippy and to kind of too bulky to really be able to run with properly. Tip number two is to buy for comfort. Now, when we look at trail running shoes, because a trail run there's not a lot of repetitive motion like we get in road running, right? So your ankle goes in and out, and it moves around as per the terrain that you're running on, and for that specific reason, your mechanics in a trail running shoe is very different than it would be in a road running shoe. There's not that it's not the same motion you get over and over and over and over again. So um, for that specific reason, you don't need the same kind of support and the same kind of structures that you would in a road running shoe. In a trail running shoe, you want the shoe to allow your foot to move. So if you're going to step on a rock and it's going to force your foot in that direction, you don't want any supportive structures that's going to try and keep your foot straight, or that's going to try and push your foot the other way, because you can just end up rolling ankles and that kind of stuff. And for that specific reason, we're seeing more and more running brands taking structure and firmness out of trail running shoes, and trail running shoes becoming softer, more cushioned, and a little more flexible. The third and final tip I want to chat to you guys about is knowing what type of shoe you prefer, because we're all different, and we all running different events, and we're all training for different events and specific events. So you want to have a shoe that's tailored for what you're going to use it for. So it ties in a little bit with the first point of buying, knowing what you need and buying for what you're going to use it for, but also knowing whether you want something with a lot of cushioning or whether you want something that's a little bit more flexible. You want to feel the trail a little bit more. That will also determine whether or not you go with something like a Hoka that's got the max cushioning, or you go something like this that's a little bit in between, a little bit more traditional. It's nice and flexible. It's nice and responsive. It's not as bulky and clunky as the trail shoes used to be. Um, and but again, if you're training for a 100 miler, you want more comfort and you like more cushioning, then a Hoka or something similar like to that, like the New Balance Hero or something like that, would be more ideally suited for you. But again, go to your local running shop. Make sure you try them on. Make sure they fit properly, that they're comfortable, and above all, buy the right shoe for what you're going to use it for. Make sure they're comfortable, and the right. Make sure it's the type of shoe that you prefer to run with. Yeah, in a nutshell, that's kind of what I would recommend when you go out to buy the trail running shoes. If you like this video and you want to see me to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I do more videos. And yeah, I won't be seeing you guys out on the trails, but I'll be seeing you on the road. Cheers!